February 11 disaster transformed Yemen into a humanitarian crisis, causing economic collapse, poverty, and displacement, despite efforts to resolve it and lack of radical solutions. This report has more details.
The events of February 11th were not just youth protests, as some claim, but rather the beginning of a comprehensive collapse, in which those who led the chaos revolution were involved, and they are the ones who bear direct responsibility for the war that followed, which tore Yemen into shreds. The events of February 11th were not just youth protests, as some claim, but rather the beginning of a comprehensive collapse, in which those who led the chaos revolution were involved, and they are the ones who bear the direct responsibility for the war that followed, which tore Yemen to shreds. From a homeland that was pulsating with life to a nightmare that weighs on the chest of its people, the catastrophe of February left Yemenis with nothing but hunger, poverty, and homelessness, where the search for livelihood has become a daily battle and where nothing resembles the past. Life, despite its simplicity, was full of hope and security, a stable life, but today poverty devours everyone without mercy and people searching long lines to get a piece of bread that doesn't satisfy their hunger.
The exchange rate has risen. The living conditions are deteriorating. There are no jobs and all people live in a bad economic situation.
The economy is collapsing and the Yemeni rial is falling against the dollar, while the markets are witnessing an unbelievable increase in prices until basic materials have become a distant dream. Merchants are complaining of stagnation and life has become paralyzed in a devastated homeland that is unable to rise. Thus, February deluded people with false motives, and then they found corruption demolishing the state institutions without accountability or supervision. Their monthly salary was taken away from them. They were forced to leave their homes, and the state lost its own institutions and became hostage to terrorist militias.
The February 11th is called by the majority of Yemenis the catastrophe of February. Before that, in 2011, salaries were paid regularly and security was stable and the living conditions were good in the Republic of Yemen compared to now. The exchange rate today is $1 equals 600 riyals. The currency is collapsing and there is no comfort or stability.
This is how the lives of Yemenis have become a catastrophe that has consumed everything, killed the dream, and buried hope with it. Yemen is not just a country that is devastated, nor a people that is suffocating, but today it groans due to the hunger, corruption, and collapse. Years have passed and the pain is rooted and the tragedies are repeated. For how long will the Yemenis remain prisoners of this catastrophe?